This video is sponsored by my OnlyFans, where I do my meaningful sex educational content, fitness, health, nutrition, relationship advice, and more. And hi guys, and welcome to Gadget Reviews. With me is my dear colleague from Superheroes Bulgaria, Logan.
Yeah.
Yay! And we just have done
Finished watching Moon Knight.
finished watching Moon Knight. And this is our review of episode 3 and also the series so far. And we really wanted to talk about Moon Knight, the previous week, but we couldn't, so that is why today we are here. We are gathered here today to bring you the Mr. Moony Moon.
Special news bulletin. Episode 3 was
Yes.
voting.
Yes.
Now back to our normal program.
Scheduling. And hi to you, everyone awesome in the chat here, Clayton, Ivy, Chris, hi to you. If you hear something, that is our fluffy muffin.
Yes, that's also
It's
hi
a
from him, apparently.
yeah, hi from the Golden Boy. So, guys, yeah, this episode was totally boring. There were some good elements to it. Goldy. Oh, there's a Goldy Boy. So yeah, there were some good elements to it, but overall it just was though, to say the least.
Well, yes. I mean, yeah.
Mark, Steven,
It becomes kind of like with hawke when you have actually 2 dull episodes, then you have 2 interesting or something like that. I mean, the first 2 episodes here were okay, interesting, but now the third one, when I expected actually to be the most interesting because actually Marc Spector takes over the body and he's the guy who does the action and it's actually Moon Knight.
Yeah.
And yet nothing interesting happened. I mean, there was supposed to be some fight scenes that something happens and we don't exactly see
Can you see
what
Goldy?
happens. Yeah, who?
Yeah,
He's all
I think
also here.
he wants us to pick him up. Can you pick him up?
He goes to this side.
Yes, from this side.
Here we go. So Goldy, what do you think about what do you think about Moon Knight episode 3? He wasn't watching actually.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
And that's what he thinks about Moon Knight.
yeah, that is his review of Moon Knight. It's very, and it's the score is like 5 out of 10 maybe.
Yeah, just for that episode, we say. So, and even when he became Moon Knight again, it's for a very short time. For a show called Moon Knight, there is not much of a Moon Knight here.
Yeah, that's so freaking annoying because all that they showed in the trailers were actually the scenes where he's transforming and doing something in Moon Knight. Here he's like, oh wait, I'm just gonna turn into this other guy now. Just
Who does nothing except, he knows Egyptian stuff or things
and
like
he's
that.
like dumb Deadpool or something.
Yeah, I mean, and they showed the other personality, which is Mr. Knight, which is basically a white costume and just a hood on and things like that. But
Yeah.
which in the comic books is actually his fourth, third personality, fourth, I think, yes. Which actually is the most intelligent one of them all. He's kind of like a fighting consultant and things like that. But here it's just the other costume for Steven, because both of them should have costumes apparently. So it's just there as stupid fan service. I mean, not many comic book fans actually like the Mr. Knight personality and how he looks, because everybody prefers Moon Knight. So why they decided to have it here, to me, it's just fan service, but in the worst way possible, actually.
Yeah, and in this episode, we kind of see a mysterious third personality, which was already trending on Twitter, apparently.
Yeah.
Jake someone.
Jake Lockley, which in the comic books is his personality when who is like a taxi driver now. Originally in the comic books, actually Marc Spector, originally in the comic books, actually at first he doesn't have this personality splits. I mean, he uses different personalities as disguise. Like Stephen Grant, actually in the comic books, is a rich billionaire playboy, which he uses as a disguise to go and see criminals who are, a bit higher echelon criminals. Then with Jake Walker, who is a taxi driver, he actually drives taxi around, and again he researches and speaks with people and things like that. Much like Bruce Wayne, who has his Matches Malone personality, which is kind of like a normal thug who infiltrates around other thugs. And
Like who's
would
other
infiltrate other things, yeah. And then is actually Mr. Knight, which is the third one. But Mark Spector is the real one. So originally he doesn't have exactly superpowers. Even at first in comic books, they actually were not sure is
Khonshu?
Khonshu, yes,
Khonshu.
yeah, is he actually real, or Mark Spector is insane and he just claims that he is the avatar of this Egyptian god. So because at first he doesn't have superpowers, he's using the money that he amasses from his work as a mercenary. He's an ex-CIA agent there, and then he works as a mercenary. So he collects a lot of money from that work, and he after he becomes Moon Knight, he decided, I'm going to use now this money to make a costume and have gadgets and things like that. Yeah, we know. And so he's actually using different gadgets like technology, and he's a martial artist and a great detective. That's why people compare him usually to Batman, but it's very, very different actually, because people are
It's
just talking out of their asses
yeah.
most
If
of the
if it
time.
has a cape and
It's
something to
Batman,
throw,
yeah, and he goes
it's
out at night
Batman.
and he's using gadgets, so it's like Batman, and he can fight. Yes.
Yeah.
But then actually in the comic books they decided, okay, let's actually make now these three personalities actually different personalities that he has and he thinks he is, and to be more interesting. And then also decide, okay, now Khonshu is real. Actually, he gives him the powers, but he has, even currently in comic books, he doesn't have the superpowers. He actually has them when Khonshu decides to give them, depending on the lunar cycle. That is it. And so sometimes he says, okay, Mark, now you have super strength and super speed. Then he decides, okay, now you have just super speed. Or, okay, now you have like, more open mind and things like that. So he gives them different things.
Yeah.
No,
So basically, he doesn't have like a set of
not a complete set,
powers
yes. Yeah.
that are permanent or
But
something.
most of the time he decides, okay, Mark, now you have nothing, so he has to deal with the gadgets and the costumes and his own skills, which are actually, of course,
Pretty good.
athletic level ability, as they say in the comic books. And I always wonder, what does mean athletic level ability?
That
So,
he's a very good athlete
yes.
that can also fight.
So he can actually do things like that, and it's still interesting, unlike this episode, which
Unlike this
nothing
episode.
nothing interesting happened. Yes.
Yeah, so in this episode, guys, well, not really spoilers, but we basically see the Egyptian gods inside their avatars. I mean, expressing themselves through the avatars. And of course, that is a kind of a letdown because you never get to see the gods themselves, like saving on the budget, you know? And the gods are super stupid and easily manipulated.
Of course. Yeah, I mean, a guy who is an avatar of another god manipulates them. So
Yeah. But the other guy, which is Mark, cannot convince them for anything, and they just decide to trust this other guy that is obviously sleazy and evil.
yeah, I mean,
You know.
he has like a cult that is following him, which is literally a cult of the evil goddess that the other gods supposed to know about her.
Yeah.
So why the other gods don't know about that? So
Yeah. They're not questioning anything. That evil guy. What was his name? I forgot. How
Harrow, yes.
something. He is like Ethan Hawke. The guy that plays Ethan Hawke. The guy that plays Ethan Hawke.
The guy, yeah, it's actually Ethan Hawke.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, it's much more interesting here than in comic books. In comic books, he's just a guy who is evil for the moment. We see here another villain, the guy with the beard and the hairy chest.
But yeah.
Anton, I forgot his last name, but he's called Midnight Man in the comic books, which is again a guy in a mask and suit, and he has, he's a super thief, and he has martial arts abilities to fight with
With Moon
Moon
Knight.
Knight and stand on his own for a long time. That's right. Yes.
He's very excited tonight. I don't know what's happening.
Maybe he wanted to see Moon Knight episode 3 very much,
Yeah,
but then no.
he slept through it, I think.
So yeah, actually, I mean, even in comic book, the Egyptian thing is actually not so deeply rooted, and I hope that this was going to happen in the show. But so far, I mean, it looks like people who actually didn't bother to check. Let's see. Okay, Khonshu is not a real Egyptian god, as far as I know. But then you involve some of the other reels, and it's as if they didn't do their homework on these gods or something like that. As if, yeah, Egyptian gods. Let's just put them there, and here there is a pyramid, and that's but nothing more. Nothing more that people who like actually Egypt and mythology and everything and the culture can actually get behind.
Yeah. And basically, the Great Pyramid, they say that they're in the Great Pyramid.
Yes.
There's nothing like that in the freaking pyramid, so they totally made that up. But okay, that doesn't matter. We watched Grace Randall's breakdown, and she's like, "Oh, is this not filmed on location? I mean, this should be like filmed on location." And I'm like, "Okay, so every time that we are going to watch something from space that doesn't exist, it has to be filmed on location. Otherwise, I cannot watch it."
Well, she doesn't know apparently how much money it costs. I mean, I used to be an extra in a movie that called Ninja
Oy.
with Scott Atkins. That
Ooh.
actually it was supposed to the action was supposed to happen in Japan, but they shot it here in Bulgaria, so
So yeah, do not watch this movie. They couldn't go to Japan. Judge them
they went to
mercilessly.
different locations actually. I mean, some of the locations were supposed to be again Russia, so we're going to use Bulgaria. But the scenes in Japan were actually Scott Atkins' character trained as a ninja, where they actually built a dojo here in the mountain. It was pretty good. But anyway, that's what we mean. I mean, you can't go to short locations always. I mean,
Yeah, but it
it's
looked
money.
like Egypt, so it's fine.
Yeah, actually, it really looked like it. So you know, Mm, but nothing more from the Egyptian gods. Maybe from now. I mean, maybe when we see all the episodes, it's going to be. But so far, out of the 3 episodes, this one is really the most boring, and I expected this one to be the most interesting because I want to see more of Mark. I mean, I don't care so much about Steven, who they made here in this version, because in comic books Steven is not like that. Of course, he's not working in a museum, or as I said, he's the rich billionaire or personality. And here he's, whining all the time. And I mean, when Mark is supposed to fight because other people attack him, he says, Mark, stop. I mean, what is he supposed to do? To sit down and let the other guys
Hit them.
hit him or what? I mean,
Yeah.
he's just supposed to tell them, okay, the other guy in my head told me not to hit you, so let's just shake hands and sing Kumbaya.
Yes, kumbaya.
And that will be maybe even more interesting.
Goldy can
than,
sing kumbaya.
Here we go.
Kumbaya. Simba, Simba, Simba.
So yeah, I mean,
Olimbole, olimbole, olimbole.
I get what they're trying to do.
Olimbole,
Was that from the Lion King?
I don't know. Forget totally.
So yeah, I mean, and Steven always interrupts him, and then when Steven takes over, there was really a strange scene that Mark is with the costume, he fights, and then Steven takes over the body with his stupid Mr. Knight costume, and tries to say to the guys, "Let's now all calm down." I think they hit me with spears or something, and then he said, "Okay, Mark, now take back the body." What was the sense of that scene?
I don't know.
To show me how stupid Steven in his costume is? Okay.
He's
Go
stupid in
achieved.
his costume.
Go achieved, yes. I mean,
We already knew that.
so the interesting aspect is that we can see the girl, which name I keep Layla, is actually maybe she's trying to like now end Steven, and she's going to be like, Mark is really a badass, but Steven is a nice guy and things like that. Maybe that will be kind of interesting. But I mean, I want more of Mark and the costume.
Yeah.
Action. He's the mercenary. He knows how to fight. He's the avatar, not Steven. So
Yeah, and his wife is just there. So yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, she's doing stuff, but I'm so not interested in her character.
I like it how in episode 2 when Steven meets her for the first time and she says that Mark is divorcing her and he said, "I would never divorce you," and I said, "But you just met her."
Yes, he's already a lovely. Like what?
Yeah, I mean, because she looks nice. I mean, you never, even if she's like a psychopath or what? No, I mean,
No, I mean he's probably very desperate, you know.
probably, yeah, he looks like it. So, which is interesting. I'm interested how if Steven is vegan,
Yes.
doesn't he feel actually when Mark takes over the body and he eats meat? Doesn't he feel strange in the morning or something like that?
Well, maybe he will feel better.
How does this work then? Probably, maybe that's why he doesn't know actually.
Yeah.
That he thinks I feel good because I'm a vegan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you share the same freaking body, you know.
Yeah.
Ironically, the villain is also a vegan.
Ironically.
Yes.
Yes. Probably they thought that this is a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. So far, I mean, we see how it's something personal with the villain and the khonshu, but maybe higher stakes. I mean, is he doing this just because he's angry at khonshu or something more?
I don't know, but Goldy is amazing.
Yes, much more interesting than episode. Said.
Yes.
But yeah, at least it's a show that it's only 6 episodes, so maybe by the end.
Oh yeah, we have 3 more.
3 more.
And nothing that much has happened.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, we still don't. Not that they should have started exactly with the origin. I mean, they show what happens after the origin, actually, of Moon Knight, but we still don't know what exactly happened. I mean, because apparently it's not the same as in the comic book, so.
Yeah, and now that they introduce a third personality,
yeah,
there's a lot more to show, I guess. But they don't really have time, so I don't know what they're going to do. It's the circle of life, and by like we mean pets for Goldy.
that's the circle.
Yeah, a lot of pets for the fluffy muffin. So yeah, guys, that's gonna be it for our quick review, mostly of episode 3, because yeah, it is boring, and though what the title says of the video, if it was something to be praised, we will totally praise it, but we totally also zoom out from most of the scenes.
Yeah.
When there was action, there was action. When there wasn't action, especially the first opening scene where Mark's wife got her passport prepped, that was so boring.
Well, she ate a marshmallow.
Oh yeah, that was the most interesting thing. She ate a marshmallow while talking to the older woman that was doing that, which was very proficient work, obviously. But come on, that was a long scene for just a, passport prep.
Yeah, it was like a really unnecessary exposition without having actually.
And basically tutorial on how to do a passport.
Yeah.
Like literally. There was a step-by-step guide almost.
After that, there was a scene with Mark that actually started with some action. He's doing some, parkouring or things like that. And I said, okay, finally, Mark is here and is going to have an action. But then no.
Yeah, where is the costume, Mark?
Yeah, then no. I mean, and every time when actually khonshu tells him, summon the costume, and Steven tells him no. And he said, but you can't fight without that.
Yes.
So summon the costume.
You're gonna die.
Don't listen to the other guy in the head who tells you, no, let them, kick you and beat you, so.
Yeah.
Just as if you say to Batman, now Batman, don't fight these guys because, you're supposed to be a good guy. You're going to hurt them. So please
they're
stop.
going to kill you. So there's something called self-defense that is counting for everyone. I mean, superheroes can also self-defend themselves.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like sometimes when it comes to superheroes, some normal people stuff do not apply to them, like the self-defense parts exactly.
Exactly.
Because damn it, Goldy, what's that? Something in his fur, I cannot take it out. Police can do a lot of stuff, but superheroes can't.
Yeah.
Because they're superheroes and they don't have jurisdiction. But at the same time, then they're the only people that are capable of saving others, in a very efficient manner. So I don't know what Steven's issue is.
Well, that he's a good guy, and
He's too much of a good guy is not pleasant to God. That is our saying
exactly,
here in
yes,
Bulgaria.
exactly. I mean,
Because if he cannot protect himself, he's not good to anyone
mhm.
and himself.
And Mark actually was not trying to kill these guys, and we actually don't know if Mark actually killed them or the third personality. That's the third personality. So maybe we hope that overall, when we see all the episodes, actually the show will be
Will make sense.
better than this episode. Yeah, as it happened with Hawkeye, when, as I said, the first two episodes were boring, then there were actually two really good episodes. One that was okay, and things like that. So overall, it was good, but
boring.
here's hope. Yeah. but overall boring. Yeah.
Yeah, guys. So that's it. I mean, tell us what you think in the comments if you watched it. We're excited for next week because, as far as we understand, that is when some kind of a twist will happen. That's what Grace Handel said because she saw the episodes, not all the episodes, but at least the first 4 in advance. So she knows something that we don't know, and she said that was not very good in her opinion. So we'll see what we think, because she also thinks that
That
Steven.
Steven and Mr. Knight are more interesting than Mark and Moon Knight, which
Yeah.
is just okay.
And they have to be there like all the time instead of Mark, because she doesn't want to see the Moon Knight
Yeah,
character.
I mean, let's not call the show Moon Knight. Let's
And
just
Mr.
call it
Knight and-
Steven and his buddy.
Yes,
You know,
Steven, the twat, and his buddy. Yes, I mean he's the same guy, Mr. Knight and
Technically, yes.
Steven.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, oh my gosh, what to do? Ah.
Yeah. What to do? I can't hit people.
Yeah, if Deadpool was the opposite of Deadpool, that's
That
gonna
was
be
going
it.
to be. Yes.
Yeah.
Goldy
So-
will finish the stream.
We
so
are,
yes.
we are giving this episode 6 out of 10,
Yeah.
if you agree.
Yeah.
And Goldy, I forgot his score.
I think it was 5.
Yeah, 5 out of 10. And it was not enough fluffy for him.
No.
He wants something more fluffy, because it has to be represented. He wants to be
Yes,
represented.
there were no Pomeranians in this episode, so
Yeah, so we are not
no
happy.
justice. No
He's
justice.
not happy, and so on. We demand the Pomeranian representation in everything that we see. And everything should be shot on location.
Yes.
So next time that we
Anyone.
see Thor somewhere in space, he has to be really there.
Or you
Otherwise,
know-
we're not watching.
Or they just have to go to Asgard, so, which is right on the left corner of my block. So yeah,
You mean that human Asgard, right? Because the other one is
exactly.
toasted. Yeah, and next time when Captain Marvel is talking trash in real life and in the movie, we have to be angry at Brie Larson. Additionally,
Who? Yeah. Who? Yes. Yeah.
wow, she got picked, for the new Fast and Furious movie. This movie just got so much charisma now.
Absolutely. I mean, I think that actually Vin Diesel was thinking, I need to look like a very good Shakespearean type actor next to somebody who is not so good. Let's cast Brie Larson.
Yes, but
So
she's award-winning something. Het was Kirlischle. Sorry guys, but we just saw something on Goldy. I don't know how it's in English.
I think, but I think it's a flea actually or something.
Tick boy? What is it? It's not a tick.
I think it's a tick.
It is?
I'm not sure.
Did it die?
Well, I have to kill it somehow. So
I
anyway,
think
you
it
can
got-
finish and now
It got pook.
go and kill it.
Okay, guys. So have a good night. We have to check on Goldy and see how he is and all those things. But love you guys.